What's the right number of questions to include in an online survey? Sure, creating and distributing an online survey can be difficult. However, one of the most difficult aspects of online surveys is determining how many questions to ask. Striking a balance between gathering enough helpful information and keeping respondents engaged is important. I'm Noel with Jotform, and in today's video we'll discuss a few tips and tricks to finding that perfect balance when creating online surveys. Let's go. One aspect of online surveys that's difficult to navigate is what we call survey fatigue. This is when your respondents tire out mid-survey and end up abandoning the survey altogether, wasting their own time and leaving you without the helpful information you were looking for. There are two types of survey fatigue. First, there's survey response request fatigue. This type is a product of the increase in survey popularity. More and more companies ask for feedback from users. Those users get tired of providing feedback and stop responding to surveys altogether. The second kind is called survey completion fatigue or taking fatigue. This type of fatigue you can address. It's likely that respondents won't even start a survey if they think there are too many questions. Hitting the right number of questions is how you'll skirt this issue. In order to find the right balance, just follow these basic principles when first designing your surveys. First and foremost, you'll want to identify the purpose of your survey. Whether it's identifying new product opportunities, evaluating staff, finding ways to improve your company, or guiding a marketing campaign, surveys can give you a ton of really helpful info to shape those efforts. But you have to know exactly what those efforts are. Pick one objective and focus on that. Now that you're zeroed in on the focus of your online survey, you'll want to figure out exactly what information you want to collect in order to accomplish that goal. You now have a very specific goal in mind, but even so, there are a number of questions you could ask to support that goal. Make a list of all the questions that support your survey purpose, and then narrow down that list to the most important ones. One way to do that is to ask yourself, is this a need-to-know or a nice-to-know question? The number one thing you can provide to your respondents when distributing an online survey is respect. Respecting their time and not asking unnecessary questions will go a long way. After all, they're the ones doing you a favor by offering up their time and responses. Respecting your respondents' time is very important, as it'll leave a lasting impression on them. Every interaction users have with your brand shapes how they view it, even if that interaction is simply an online survey. Essentially, there are no hard and fast rules, but a good start is creating surveys that take 5 to 10 minutes max to complete. This usually pans out to 10 questions. If you're asking simple questions that require a yes or no answer, or a true or false decision, you can go a little over the 10-question rule. If you're asking more involved questions, or ones that allow respondents to write answers in their own words, then asking fewer questions overall is a good idea. Now that you know some of the online survey question basics, you're ready to create meaningful and helpful surveys. Let's do a quick review. Here are a few tips to help you decipher an appropriate amount of questions for your surveys. First, identify the purpose of your survey. Then, figure out exactly what info you need to meet that purpose. Lastly, make certain to respect your respondents' time to avoid survey fatigue. Following these steps will give you a survey that helps you accomplish your objective, as well as holding the attention of your respondents. Thanks for tuning into Jotform. I'm Noel. See you next time.